Hi, Lemon.
Hey Hannah,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, just getting used to doing everything from behind a screen, but here we are.
Yeah, I know. Stay at home, right?
So, I guess to introduce you, Lemon,
Yeah,
I know you personally from your involvement with Happy Wednesdays, your behind the scenes choreography for some of the
yeah.
dancing that we see in the beer garden. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit more other than that? What do you do? Where did you come from? What is your role here?
Yeah. So I'm a professional dancer and choreographer that based in Hong Kong. I also from here. I have studied and trained in Australia for a little bit. Also, I was dancing in America for a little bit. So this is kind of my basic background. I also trained it before I go. I trained it in Hong Kong Academy Performing Arts School. And then also trained it in Australia. So Australia school is called ED5 International.
So you're talking about the training that you did overseas in Australia. Is there anywhere else in the world that you've worked and performed?
Yeah, I was dancing and also kind of traveling, touring a little bit in Australia and both in the state for a few years, I guess. I did came back Hong Kong, during break and stuff. But yeah, I have a good more than a few years. I was kind of disappear, wasn't in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. It's certainly a fun way to start your career.
Yeah,
So, what
absolutely.
of all of the projects that you've worked on, what would be the most memorable here in Hong Kong and overseas?
There is actually too many. I guess there wasn't like one, because
Yeah.
this every time doing a performance, even sometime I'm performing or sometime I'm just behind the scene choreographing. I think every single time is quite memorable because every single time is very different on like what we do with the dance style, such as or what we do for the type of job. Are we performing with an artist, singer, or are we doing like like some brand kind of opening? So every time is very different. I couldn't even pick one, I guess, but I have a few moments that I dance with singer and artists that was some are overseas, some are in Hong Kong. It was quite memorable because I remember I was doing a show with these singers called Sandy Lam, and yeah, I was actually was the opening first number, and then I think halfway through the number I start crying. So it was quite memorable because it was very touching. For some reason, I get very emotional, and then I get so into it, and then her voice just literally like touching like my heart. I feel like she's like holding it. So when I move, I just like now I'm talking like I just have goosebumps because I can still remember that feeling. So there was one time that was really memorable. Also, there was another memorable kind of with also a singer artist, which is Coco Lee. It was actually last year about this time. She had her new concert world tour. Um, we were opening the show in Taipei, in Taiwan, which is yeah, it was very explode. That energy is like the audience, the crowd, everything. Like if I talk about now in front of the camera, I feel like when the music go on, you just can't even hear the music. You feel like the crowd is like louder than the music on the whole arena. So it's yeah, it's quite sometimes moment like this is only happen not that often, and you always remember and you always feel it. And even now I'm talking like I'm pumping my heart because I can
I can see
feel
your
it.
eyes light up.
Yeah, yeah, and I miss that. Yeah, absolutely, miss being on stage with that kind of energy with the singer or the artist or even like the musician, the band behind, and all the audience, the energy that they send it back to us. So it's always something that I will not get sick of. Something I always enjoy. Yeah.
So you were just saying how you miss that. Has it been hard during the current climate? things as they are, not being able to be on stage or not being able to see your performers that you've taught out there just doing what you all love?
Yeah, has been hard, definitely. There's no doubt. And like while we're doing this, I hope that I send some good energy and positive energy to everybody watching this. Like we have to keep up. Like I know it's hard, for myself. I find it very difficult as well. But as much as how much passion that I have, and how much I love dancing, I will not give up this performing art and entertainment, and then I will stay here until we can survive again, until we can come alive again, So yeah, so hopefully if you're watching this, please don't go away, don't quit this game, don't quit this job, like I know it's very hard, but find a platform, just stay still for now, and then hopefully that stage gonna shift over here so we can all jump back to the stage.
And you talk about keeping upbeat during these times. Is that something that you've been able to continue doing at home, being creative in any way like that?
Yeah, I recently, I kind of like when I have free time, I creating new concept, new idea, like new story. I'm writing new thing, just on my kind of like idea books that I write down. So hopefully when things come back, when I get opportunity to create again, this is all can be executed and present to the audience again. So I'm using this time to write down a lot of my concept, my idea, my creation, onto the book, or even like I make out some photos and just to just see how's that will be if I create this on stage. So I have used this time to create things like this. Also, to keep up. So, we do exercise at home, once in a while, we can still wear the mask, we can still run out. So, I do like a couple times running, just outside, just, keep your body in shape.